Welcome back, guys. This is going to be a first video in a series of revisiting our anthology openings. And in this case, the Fellowship of the Ring Anthology Revisited is going to be, we're going to build two Fellowship draft decks. So it's going to be the same cards we opened in that previous video, so we're not opening any cards today, but I'm going to go through those cards with you and show you how we would build a sealed deck with those cards. So similar to some of the videos I've done previously, except we'll do it again at a more expedited pace here because we're going to actually build two decks with the cards that we opened in the Fellowship Anthology. So let me get right into it. So this is the Fellowship Anthology we opened in the previous video. This one was in beautiful condition. Here's our anthology booklet. And I did go in and sort these cards already, so they're very ready for us to build decks. So let's take out our two stacks here that will become our decks. And let's just start with this one with the Frodo here on the left. So if you've listened to my previous Fellowship Draft Pack videos, you know that I always start with Frodo, Old Bilbo's Heir. In this case, though, we did open a Frodo Reluctant Adventurer, and I had no synergies in this pool with Old Bilbo's Heir, so I actually am going to run this Reluctant Adventurer. So I'm just going to go through here, guys. This is our sealed pool. I'm going to go through here and show you how I would make this deck. So we will use Frodo for our Ring Bearer. Then again, first, I do have this sorted by card type so that I can just go through quickly. Companions are obviously very critical, and you're going to be playing any decent companion in this format. So I'm going to be playing Gimli and Farron. I'm going to be playing Arwen and Legolas. So those are four pretty solid companions, actually. So that's pretty nice to have all of those. I'm going to be playing both our Aragorns, just to get it early and to have one to heal. Going to be playing this Boromir. So far, just every single companion that we drew, we're going to be playing. That might change here with Merry. We've got Merry, Pippin, Dwarfguard. So what I would typically do here, let me count how many I've got here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can play two more companions for the rule of 9. I probably would play one Merry, one Pippin just to have companions. This Dwarfguard is just awful. I almost would never play him. And actually, given that we have Aragorn King in Exile, which has some synergies with the Aragorn Signet, and we don't have any weapons for Merry, and we don't have Farmer Maggot. So yeah, so between these two Marys, we're going to take the one with the Aragorn Signet. Definitely not going to play a double of that. And this does actually have the Aragorn Signet and has play Aragorn for -2. So this is definitely the better of the two. You for sure would want this, and if you want your 9th, you'll play this also. So for now, I'll just go with that. We're not going to play these two, and then we'll go with these 9 companions. But there's some doubles, so it's a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cards in the deck. So we'll get 11 non-companion cards. And again, possessions, it's going to be really easy. We are going to play Dwarf and Axe, both of those for sure. We did pull a Gimli's Helm for our rare. It's not an amazing card, but we're definitely going to play it because we have Gimli, because it costs 0, and you can, at some point prevent some wounds. So going to play all of those. Elven Bow is fantastic with Arwen because you can make her an archer. Going to play that. We're not going to play Mirror of Galadriel since we don't have Galadriel, and don't know if we would even if we did. Ranger's Sword is an auto include. Nenya, again, we don't have Galadriel, so we're not going to be playing that. So where does that put us? That gives us 2, 4, 5, 5 possessions. So we're going to get about 6 events and conditions to add to our deck. Let's just kind of show you here. what this looks like so far. So there's the deck so far. And then yeah, for your pumps, might play that. Fury of Blows, definitely. Halls of Stone, definitely. Here, I'm going to pick these up so that the camera can focus. So yeah, we're going to definitely play these two pumps for dwarves. Don't have Gandalf, so these aren't going to do anything. This healing for Gondor, we'll play that. No Mere Ranger. It's actually kind of a fun rare card we got that does some synergies with the Aragorn Signet, so that'll actually be fun. Exert Aragorn to make another companion strength +2 or +3 if they have the Aragorn Signet. So yeah, I'd play that. Hobbit Stealth is auto-include. That's the one that cancels a skirmish up to site 5. And that's our minion. So where does that put us if we play these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, you see pretty much once you take anything that's playable, you're pretty much right at your 20 cards. We can get one more. I'd probably play this one. This can reshuffle these other two Dwarven events back in. So there's our 6 other cards. So that's our Free People's side for the first deck. Just give you a quick run through of that again, just very quickly. There's the companions. There's the possessions. And then here is our events. So pretty decent deck for 3 packs, honestly. I usually use more than 3 packs, so that actually came together quite well. I'd be pleased with that given the size of the pool. Now for the shadow side of that deck, we do have, I believe we had Moria and Sauron was our main wheels of that. But again, just looking at what we got, we're always going to be playing, 90% minions, and cheaper minions are usually the good ones. So definitely going to be playing this. These Isengard guys are good too. So everything here so far we're going to be playing. Flankers we probably play. Again, probably play all the Moria minions too. They're just good because they stop roaming at 4. That's a big difference. This was the huge pull that we got, guys. This Balrog is just a game breaker when you get this in limited. So I think we're playing all of these minions. And the Balrog, of course. Sauron Orcs I'm a little more sparing with. I'll play these Assassins. I might play this, might not. These 3 I'm not sure if I play. They're all borderline. These I do play because they're Exert to Wound. So I'll play these guys. Won't play a Pillager usually. So these are probably the fringe minions here. And Kea, obviously, auto-include. I don't think I have enough of these guys now to make that worthwhile. Probably don't play that. And now we're into conditions. We really only play these if we're desperate. I have the Balrog. I might play this just for fun. Each unique minion is strength +1. Each unique Moria minion, excuse me. So that makes Balrog 18, so he could overwhelm a 9 then. Yeah, that could be fun. So I'd probably throw that in there just for the fun of it. Not amazing, but I probably play that for fun. And the rest of this I probably just don't play. Events now. Yeah, I probably do play this. Spot 2 Shire Companions to make a Moria minion damage +1. That's really nice to surprise someone out of nowhere with that and get an extra wound. So I would play that. Probably not playing any of these rest of this though. So yeah. So where does that put me if I play, basically all of these minions that you see here? And then I believe the only ones of these I said I'd play is maybe these 2. So let's see. And then these are what I throw in if I need some extra. These would be my last slots. So where does this put us though? Man, that puts us at exactly 20. So that's awesome. We just keep this right here. So here's our minions. Isengard. Moria. Got a nice chunk of Moria there. Balrog, of course, just brutal. And then these last few, Sauron and Kea. And then got a couple nice support cards for those Moria minions. So again, pretty happy with that minion side there. So that's our deck for the first one. And it looks like we ran about 10 minutes on that, so I'm pretty happy with where we're at video-wise. So let's just get right into the second deck here. So this is the second pool. So each of these pools, guys, sorry, I neglected to mention, these from opening the first, from opening these packs in the Fellowship video, we had a draft pack and then one of each of the 3 packs from Fellowship blocks. So Fellowship, Mines, and Realms. So 1 pack of each. So each of these pools consists of a draft pack and 3 booster packs, which, like I said, is a pretty light pool for sealed. But that first deck went okay for sure. Not amazing, but definitely a playable deck. So here is our next pool. Pool 2 of 2. So again, I'm probably not playing this Dwarf Guard. I would always play Arwen, probably both. Haldir, Legolas, Boromir, definitely both Boromirs because his ability is so good. Again, playing all of this stuff. All these companions. Double Aragorn, definitely doing that. So we got no Gandalf packs and got 2 Aragorn packs in this pool. So you're going to see more Aragorn. This is definitely looking like elves and men right here, right now. And wouldn't that be sweet to pull like a Last Alliance sometime in a pack when you're playing sealed? Again, we've got the Merry and Pippin. This is a different Pippin. But again, we'd want this one that has the play Aragorn for -2. So that'd be the Pippin we play. And we probably play this Merry just because we're really light on number of companions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so we'd be right at 9 again. So I'm probably playing both of these guys. So Pippin and Merry. And then here's your 2 men, your 3 elves. So there's your lineup of companions. Then next, we did get a rare Bilbo Baggins ally. I think this is probably not great in limited. It's great in constructed to get shadow conditions out of your opponent's support area. I might throw this in just for the fun of it again, just so you can kind of have that constructed type experience, but I think it's probably not going to do much usually. Old Noak's not going to do much. Golradir, this is interesting. This is an ally that you do play in this format, especially Exert to make an Orc Strength -1. That's going to be highly relevant. So you can splash 2 exertions at some point to win some skirmishes that you might need to. So I would play, ironically, Golradir because I also have plenty of elves to spot. I've got 3 elves in here. So plenty of elves to spot to play him. So we're definitely playing him. Sadly, don't have any dwarves other than the Dwarf Guard, which I'm not going to play, just to play a hand axe on. So we won't be able to play the hand axe. So we're into the possessions now. We will play the Ranger's Sword, of course, both of those. So yeah, again, just to recap, we've got a double Ranger's Sword, a Golradir, and a Bilbo is our support cards. Definitely light in the possession area there. So have to see what we have for pumps, because there's our companions, there's our there's our support cards, and there's our companions. So we're pretty light here. Let me count what we're up to. So I'm up to 14. So that's not too bad actually. So we get 6 support cards or 6 pumps then. And so this was ironic with this Bilbo. Like I said, we're actually pulling tails in our deck because this is the one where you discard tails. So this is a tail, but again, I don't think that this is good enough to play. This is definitely good enough to play. This is a rare, and again, fun when you get a rare that works because we literally have a Arwen and Aragorn deck here. So I have 2, as you saw, 2 Aragorn King in Exile and 2 Arwen Elven Rider. And this card says bearer must be Aragorn to play spot Arwen, and its effect is exert Aragorn or discard 2 cards from your hand to make a minion skirmishing Aragorn strength -1. So that's really nice. This is very similar to like the Gwemagol ability, except for obviously Arwen is gifting that ability to Aragorn, so Aragorn's the one who has the ability. But yeah, just discarding 2 cards to cycle is fantastic, and it is then giving you a pump on your Aragorn, who is who you want to be playing pumps on. So definitely playing that. Not, like I said, not super overpowered. Like a Ranger Sword is still a better card than this, but this is definitely a highly playable card in this deck here. So really fun to see that work, because that's a rare, and then we got the right pack for it here too. We got enough elves that I'd probably play Host of the Last Alliance. It's also a tail too, ironically, for Bilbo, so I'd probably play that. Again, this is a 0-cost condition. Doesn't require you to spot a dwarf, so I would definitely just play that. Just to slam down into my support area as a 0-cost tail and cycle. So yeah, I'd play all 3 of these. Not going to play any of these Gandalf cards or Wealth of Moria. Definitely would play Defiance. It's a pump. And then the rest of these, if you knew your opponent is Sauron, you'd maybe play this, but probably not. Just play it blindly. And probably play this, exert Aragorn to make each companion with the Aragorn signet damage +1. So you can, basically exert Aragorn to make him damage +1. That could be relevant. And then again, Hobbit Stealth, just a fantastic card to cancel a skirmish. Yeah, there's our minions. So let me run back that through. So I said that. Is that 6 cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So there is our 6 support cards. And I kind of showed you the companions and the 2 swords and the Golradir before. So, and Bilbo. So yeah, if our opponent actually has conditions, Bilbo is just going to clean them out. But like I said, you don't see that too much in the limited format. So just run through that Free People site again really quick. Here were our companions. Well, something happened here. I wasn't playing that Pippin. So let me run this again. Sorry about that, guys. Had my stuff a bit shuffled around here. So let me hopefully put this in a way that makes sense. So here's our companions. Here are our 2 allies, 2 possessions, and then here are our conditions and events. So there's our Free People's side in that deck. And lastly here, let me just run through the last minion side. So again, we're mostly going to be playing all minions. We did get a big Uruk-hai pack on this one, so that's going to be pretty easy to go through. Oh, there's those extra dwarves. But as far as this goes, you basically just play all the Uruk-hai. So Saruman we would still play, and again, these Uruk-hai who are damage +1 are just so good. So yes, you play it, you play all of this. These especially, these 9 power ones that are damage +1, just so good. So yeah, there's half our deck right there. We just play all those Uruk-hai. I probably do play this guy because he's cheap and an archer. I usually like the flankers. Scrabbler, because we're Uruk-hai, probably not going to play it because we're not going to get much of a swarm going because we do have a little more costly minions. Probably not play that. Not sure I play that either. Definitely don't play Watcher in the Water. Don't play Veteran. I do play the Hunters because they have the Exert to Wound. Definitely play Taskmaster because this guy you can exert twice, add 2, so he effectively only costs 1 as long as he's not roaming. He's good. And Kea, of course, is amazing. Nelia, you don't usually see, but still worth playing with those statistics. So we definitely play all 3 of these Wraiths. And I don't know that we play this. We unfortunately don't have Orcs. We have Uruk-hai. Oh, this is the pack I got the Armory out of. And this is the non-first edition armory. So this is the one that actually came in the Fellowship draft pack. Again, 0 cost condition. I probably play that. I don't have enough trackers for that. Well, this is actually a fantastic card, guys. So this, again, this kind of stuff comes up sometimes in draft. So this is from Realms of the Elf Lords, and it says, exert an Isengard minion to make the Free People's player exert X companions, where X is the number of races you can spot in the Fellowship: dwarf, elf, man, wizard. So again, you're usually going to spot at least 3 of those. So this is like exert 3 companions. And all you have to do is exert an Uruk-hai. So this isn't limited to just orcs, it's any hand minion. So absolutely, this is going to be a really good card. So we will play that. So that kind of thing happens every so often, that you actually get like a card that is going to be quite good. But for the most part, you just play minions. So those are our 2 non-minion cards, and then we want to play 18 minions. So the 10 Uruk-hai, and then 8 others. Those 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we get 1 more. Probably play this one. Yeah, that one's decent. Maybe we'll play Goblin Armory to keep him alive. So just to run through that again, we got our the Wraiths, these 3 guys, the Sauron minions, these 2 guys, Moria, these 3. So again, you do just like a lot of rainbow, but just play your best statistical cards. And then Uruk-hai, because we got the Uruk-hai pack. This is going to just be the best Shadow still, just because of all these Uruk-hai. And then this card, we get to spring on someone too to get some extra exertions down. That's pretty sweet. And the armory, love that. So there is the deck. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know we have a lot of our people like watching the Fellowship draft format, and so that's basically what this was just here. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Just put a couple of fun cards down here maybe for a thumbnail. But yeah, thanks for watching. I looked through these cards. I don't see anything in here, honestly, worth doing a giveaway for. There's just nothing good in here other than this armory, but that armory is getting kept for the collection because it's non-first edition. So yeah, there's the little highlight of that last deck. I think that was maybe the coolest one. So I'm going to just line that up here and pop off a thumbnail on that. But really appreciate all the comments. Had a lot of fun opening these anthologies, obviously, but then it's also fun when you can do something with the cards after. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and talk to you guys next time.